I was muted. I did not realize I was muted. And that is my bad. So you see, I am incredibly a person who does things and who has things done to them, right? Like I have a shitty camera on right now as I explain this. But basically, YouTube is like like not YouTube, fucking Google. They're like the worst people ever when it comes to moderating stuff. Like this is like a rant. Yeah, people are still contacting me over my shit being hacked, right? But basically, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go to sleep. And then I wake up, and this is a few hours ago, and everything is hacked. My Discord is hacked, my Instagram is hacked, my Snapchat is hacked, my Twitter is hacked, my Reddit is hacked, even though I don't even use Reddit. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot I had an account for that. My hub is hacked. Joking, joking. I'm a man of culture. I only use Rule 34. Um but no, like just everything I have is just hacked. And it's not even my fault. Like I legit look, and it's probably my fault, right? But it's like I couldn't find anything. I used two different Trojan detectors. I used like WebRoot and like other things like that to like scan for viruses, Trojans, anything. No, I even have like 500. I have 500 gigabytes of free space on my computer. So it's like, yeah, I don't have like a mysterious amount of gigabytes that is like going somewhere. Like everything is fine, right? And then it's like, so somebody got into my account somehow, some way. And I'm like, how though? I mean, I've had some of these passwords for years, so it kind of makes sense. But others, I just created some accounts, right? And then those are hacked as well. So I'm like, and it's like, I was gonna blame John, right? I was gonna blame John for the fact that I was hacked. And then it turns out John isn't the problem. Maybe. Because this account, which is now called Group of the Hawks, I guess, which is lame. Master debated was way better because we masturbated. Master debated. Not the other word. Anyways, and like, we used to actually. We just didn't. We were too lazy. I was going to, just no one wanted to find a topic. Anyways, I fought for this account. Like, there's some rando out there on YouTube, right? And he's trying to collect all the accounts linked to Charlie Kirk memes. Like, I'm not even joking. If you have like the guy with the actual master debater prefix, I don't know if it's him or like some other dude. But like, yeah, he wants your account, guys. He wants it. He wants all the Charlie Kirk Infinity Stones. So yeah, there's that. Um, Honestly, I don't know how any of this works. I just went live to rant. I mean, I will rant about something I find annoying. Dragon Ball fans lied so hard about how like Dragon Ball itself as a series is scaled that like people who like are just casuals don't understand. Like, like people are saying like, oh, Goku's universal. In Super, he had his first universal feat, right? Oh, one second, I gotta change out my headphones. Where did I? Where did I put my? I could have sworn I threw it over here. What if throw my headphone chargers down? I don't understand the things I do. You know what? You know what? I don't need headphones. I don't need headphones for what I'm going to be talking about. So, back to what I was going to, right? Dragon Ball fans don't understand Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball power scalers don't understand basic physics. So the first feat that they always talk about is from like what Dragon Ball Super, Battle of Gods, right? What they like don't mention is that's not a universal feat. First of all, the realm of Dragon Ball has four universes. None of basically none of its dimensions that are genuinely connected to each other are infinite. Actually, like none of them are. We know this. We partially know this because quite literally, and I do mean this as literally as possible, we see Bulma go to the center of the universe. That means that it's not an infinite amount of size at all, because she went to the center of it. And before people bring up, oh, Jocko said there's countless and numerous amounts of galaxies, yada, yada, yada. But they will never bring up the fact later on, he straight up said he was lying to Bulma, like the first time as she was a child, so he wouldn't get fired and in trouble with his boss over at the Galactic Patrol. And then the other times was just like, I, what was it? Yeah, the other time in Super was just like him just like spitting hot air again, and it was like then figure out, oh yeah, he's lying. And it was just like that was the whole point of the plot. But you guys don't read nor watch Dragon Ball Super, I guess. You guys just LARP it. You watch power scaling videos about it, or all you do is skip ahead and watch Tournament of Power, or like watch like the fucking fights that you like on YouTube instead of watching the thing or like reading the thing. You guys are literally LARPers. Like most Dragon Ball fans aren't Dragon Ball fans, they're LARPers. They only watch it because Battle funny and Goku strong. I'm not even joking. Dragon Ball fans are like so stupid. Oh, I have like 5 bottles of this in my mini fridge. But continuing on with what I was stating, like that proves you can't just use Jocko to prove how big something is. He hasn't even been out of like what they're in West. Yeah, they're in West Galaxy. He hasn't been out of it. He literally spitting hot air. He doesn't know about the other galaxies and how they operate. And the Galactic Patrol focuses on the West Galaxy. So literally nobody from the Galactic Patrol, except maybe like what was his name, like Miris, like the ex angel in training. Spoilers, by the way. After like he intervened with Moro, he was literally turned into a mortal. So we don't even know really if he knows about like everything outside of it, but I'm pretty sure he should. He was an angel in training. Then I would love to mention the fact that Dragon Ball universes are literally finite. Like I don't know if this is still a thing, but in Dragon Ball, it's literally like what all the universes are like located within like the Omni King's palace or some shit. And it's like it proves it's finite. It's confined within a higher space. It's not even really a higher space. It's just smaller in comparison. But I don't talk about that because I don't know if that's true. I don't like a Dragon Ball fan. I won't just call something true because all they do is say, oh, this, that, or this has to be true because such and such. When it's just like not true at all. um like they believe, oh yeah, Goku can overcome literally everything because he's like this like this sixth dimensional or what. I think Dragon Ball fans like wank him to like sixth, ninth dimensional when he's just not. Like I don't believe a power scaler most of the time when they talk about somebody's dimensional tiering to be like fourth dimensional, right? If Goku was truly fourth dimensional, he would be seeing his life, like his early life, like when he was born, When he died, the present, and all time at once. He doesn't do that. He's not above like the third dimension. Chi Chi can sure as hell see him. He has two sons, so we know she can interact with him. Like, and it's all that. Like, oh yeah, also bullets hurt Goku. Yeah, yeah. People are crazy about durability when it comes to Dragon Ball, but they don't even realize in Dragon Ball Super, quite literally, it's proven that Vegeta would die if the Earth exploded. Because like people often like contribute Frieza destroying like Namek to like, oh yeah, that was like a solar system's worth of energy or a galaxy's worth of energy in Namek's explosion alone. No, Frieza didn't explode Namek. He destabilized the core of the planet. And please don't be like, oh, that's a mistranslation. That's a mistranslation. Because like claiming everything is a mistranslation is so disingenuous. Because like, okay, that means that Sailor Moon is outer or boundless instead of like multiversal, which I'm pretty sure she is. Because like she is translated by Viz and Shoeisha and all of them, or like, I'm pretty sure she is like translated by basically the same group that translates Dragon Ball, and did translate Dragon Ball. That would mean you have to do that with a bunch of other manga that you got that power scalers just don't care about. Like all of those are mistranslations as well. Like every single one of them needs a rewrite, and it's like no, because a JJK fan would know this. When the leaks were coming out, like the unofficial translators would always like translate some of the chapters, and like we'd never know the full context until the official translation comes out. So it's like, I mean, I know there's some genuine mistranslations because I have the actual manga for Jujutsu Kaisen. Man, I should get another one of these from the mini fridge. But no, they just don't understand like that not everything is a mistranslation. Goku isn't meant to be like this outer versal god who's above every single person. Like, and a lot of people don't even understand who talk about like cross first matchups, like how Gojo works. Like when his abilities are really simple if you read the manga or watch the anime. It's explained multiple times. They even have like one guidebook or data book for like Jujutsu Kaisen, which explains his abilities as well. Like Infinity is literally just Gojo using his six eyes to automatically operate Infinity, which divides infinitely the space between him and anything else. Like the Achilles paradox, which I'm pretty sure all of you know about, which is like if a turtle had a certain amount of time, like distance between itself and Achilles, even if Achilles tried keeping up, um, is like Achilles just couldn't reach the tortoise or something like that. It's kind of stupid because it's proven incorrect, but that's how infinity works, and you have to acknowledge it works that way. And it's like it's not a barrier. Literally, it's not a barrier. Yes, he can use it like a barrier when he like crushed Hanami, but that doesn't mean it's an actual barrier. You just like that. That's not how it works. It's an application of fucking blue as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's an application of like blue's an application of infinity. And so that's a very simple ability as well. Like you can't survive being in like the direct center of infinity if you don't have like not infinity of blue if you don't have something like what domain amplification or like other jujutsu techniques to stop the jujutsu attack. Because people are like, well, Sukuna like survived hollow purples through through physical strength alone and like durability. He didn't. He used domain amplification. Domain amplification is an advanced technique that sucks in that basically sucks in an opponent's technique. Basically, that's how it works. It disrupts an opponent's technique, so it severely weakens them and like stops an attack from like fully working as it's supposed to. But you can't do that with something like Yaoyorozu's attack, which is like a universal plus attack, because it's like infinite pressure. It's an infinite pressurized perfect sphere. That's like, it's like it doesn't cause universal level destruction. It has the AP of a universal level attack, and it's like an infinite pressure because it's a perfect sphere. It's hard to explain because that actually has like advanced mathematics and other stuff like that within it. Um, but yeah, you basically touch that, you die. Don't know an amount of domain amplifications helping you with that. And plus, people don't even understand how the domain expansions work. Like they're like, oh no, you can just like hit Gojo or something before the shore hit lands. It's like, oh, you do you not know how like domain expansions work? Are you dumb? Do you have zero IQ? Domain expansions work by literally like projecting a sorcerer's innate domain. Let's go for Satoru Gojo. Satoru Gojo's innate domain is unlimited void, which will add his domain expansion. Unlimited void is literally just projected within a domain or a barrier created by Gojo Satoru. And after it is created, um, you know, its sure hit is applied through like various things. I'm pretty sure it's like a binding vow or whatever. But yeah, you can use binding vows on it. You can escape it, of course. You just have to just not get hit by it. Literally, that's how you escape. The domain just doesn't wrap around you. Domains are literally instant attacks. They apply somebody's innate domain outwards, along with their like their curse technique, which is engraved within their innate domain. So you just kind of die um, if you're like affected by it, I guess. It's not even like that difficult to understand. And I don't know why people just like act like it is. Like act like, oh yeah, this is like so hard to understand. Like, how can anyone explain this? Yeah, somebody have being happy while I'm not happy. I gotta inform them of my misery. Like, no, 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 no. Oh, all your happiness. Only me and my misery will remain, I guess. So, anyways, what was I saying before? I was talking about innate domains. Yeah, you can't outrun that. It's like, oh yeah, my character is like very fast and has very like big perception. Like, okay, you're still going to be hit by the infinite knowledge of Satoru Gojo's unlimited void, which is going to give you an infinite amount of knowledge, infinitely, like flooding your brain. You're not going to be able to think. Like, sure, you stop time for like an infinite amount of time and then move within his domain. Maybe. But it's like an instant continuous short hit. So I'm not even sure that'll work. Like it's it's literally speculation. Like, oh yeah, my character can move at infinite speed. That means he just like appears in front of Gojo the moment he does his domain expansion and it lands. Well, no, actually, you want to know what really happens? Well, I just logged out of my accounts. I swear, no, it's only on. Okay, I forgot I like logged out of all other devices. It just now applied, I guess. But no, like you genuinely don't understand how like anything works. Like if it's an instant attack, no matter how much like of an infinite speed you're moving, you're gonna get hit by it because it's instant. Something's an instant and happens instantaneously. Like there's no like distance or time it moves because all speed is relative. That's why like infinite speed doesn't really make sense. Like okay, so you just have teleportation basically, but it's technically not instant, so not true teleportation. Like like literally, people don't even think about how that works. Like, Dragon Ball fans probably still believe Goku needs to like do this with his fingers to instant transmission to places. Like, it's not what he doesn't need to do that. He can teleport anywhere as much as he wants as long as he's using instant transmission. The only reason why he needed to use that, the times he first used it, was because he was searching for somebody like at like a vast distance away from him. But with like Cell, he doesn't even take that much concentration, by the way, because he was charging up like a very powerful Kamehameha to end off Cell, and he just like instantly teleported behind Cell the moment he was ready, and he was like holding that Kamehameha together, which I don't think people understand. You need to concentrate for a Kamehameha. He can't do that instantly. For any key based ability in Dragon Ball, you have to concentrate to use it. Yeah, I know I'm rambling, but I'm allowed to ramble. I'm like, mm. But yeah. Anyways, you're not your favorite character who isn't literally like omnipresent or who doesn't have like instant movement isn't gonna do anything against somebody who used domain expansion on them. Also, I want to mention something like that I found like very stupid. People don't understand that most of their characters who they say can move at the speed of light just can't. Like that one like wolf girl from Mushoku Tensei, like the buff one with like mm, with white hair that was on Rudius's dad team, who like Rudius's dad took advantage of because he's a scumbag. Um like she can move at the speed of light or near relativistic. And like they show it well. Like she genuinely can, and like most light novel characters can probably do so if it's stated, oh yeah, they can move near the speed of light or the speed of light. So there's that. But like to move at the speed of light, which JJK Modulo shows, the planet beneath you would one fucking explode. And if it doesn't, because you're not moving completely at the speed of light, anything you hit will explode. Because like the amount of mass, even of a literal 4-year old, and they're moving at the speed of light, and they hit something that'll just like explode into bits. It's like because you need basically infinite mass to keep up with like moving at the speed of light. So like Yuki Sakumo theoretically could have a way to move at the speed of light because she can give herself like a bunch of virtual mass without limit, and the only like limit really is turning into a black hole. So maybe she could do so if she did something with binding vows and like gravity manipulation using Star Rage. But yeah. Also, by the way, there's this video on YouTube. It's called um what was it fucking called? It's called Modulo Yuji or like Prime Yuji or whatever, and they're using obviously Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo versus Deku with every quirk and every curse technique, and it's all fully mastered. So if Yuji has a fully mastered kit of every ability, that would include miracles. So one, Midoriya couldn't hit Yuji on time at all or do anything to Yuji because Miracle stores up 6 miracles a day that allow you to survive anything or get lucky in certain scenarios, right? Oh, I thought a psychopath texted me for a second. And no, it's not the one you're thinking of. If any of my friends are watching this like live stream after I end it, um, but yeah, they legit just don't realize like like the fact that it's crazy. Like one, he would have comedian. Comedian, you know what comedian means? It means literally if he doesn't think it's funny to like lose, he won't lose. One. Like two, he's fully bloodlusted. All right, flowing red scale, Midoriya is not gonna really do anything to him. Like three, like Midoriya cannot instantly use one for all. You're just assuming. It's like saying, oh yeah, like we're gonna be assuming that somebody like For instance, like what was the bad thing? Oh yeah, we'll be assuming in this video, this is this child that gets stronger the more seconds he's allowed to charge up. We'll assume he has infinite seconds to charge up, and it's this guy in base form who would have washed him normally. It's like that's so unfair. People will always be using, oh yeah, Deku can instantly use one for all. No, he cannot. He needs to charge that up. He needs to charge it up and needs to be very specific because he cannot use one for all 100%. And even if he does, since you say, oh yeah, it's fully mastered, of course he can. Well, we saw a fully mastered one for all from Midoriya, or basically fully mastered one. His body would just explode. Anything else, like, oh no, he can theoretically withstand it because of all the quirks he has. All right, let's say he can theoretically withstand 100% of one for all and all of his quirks. Most of them are useless, so he won't be using them. And no, we're not verse equalizing. That's stupid. That's literally like in most scenarios that messes up the opponent and like is the reason why that opponent loses. But all right, every quirk. All right, let's have him use New Order and a few other quirks to instantly obliterate Yuji Itadori. The thing about that is, New Order would be the worst quirk to use against Yuji because he would have chaos and harmony fully realized, and it's not restricted by the fact that Maru and no, not Tsurugi. Tsurugi's Yuta's grandkid. I forgot Maru's brother, but Maru and his brother are twins. So Chaos and Harmony is a nerfed technique, right? And since it's a nerfed technique, um, it should be very not very strong, like we saw with like Maki's heavenly restriction and Mai's construction technique. However, uh, on a literal planetary scale and universal scale, Maru was able to use his curse technique. By the way, Chaos and Harmony can give Maru information, so it would be able to do so for Yuji as well. Like Yuji can get all the knowledge of everything that Deku has on him and all of his quirks and how exactly they work if he wanted to using Chaos and Harmony. He could also search the entire universe to a battlefield spot to teleport to. Then he can make a copious amounts of binding vows and then use comedian as well as some other things to like just like make a domain that encompasses the whole universe, kills Deku. There you go. That's how it ends. Or he summons infinite perfect spheres because guess what? Perfect mastery over um, cursed energy or the cursed technique means in JJK, perfect mastery isn't impossible. You have good mastery or near perfect mastery, but that doesn't mean anything. That just means you're really efficient. But perfect mastery, like absolute perfect mastery, which was this scenario, would mean he can use any curse technique with basically no any like none of his curse like energy being impacted at all or like ever. So he can summon like what 20 perfect spheres around Midoriya or around himself, so Midoriya can't get to him, and then he pops a domain, kills Midoriya that way. If he doesn't do that, guess what? Um, quite literally, he can. What's somebody else's ability? Oh yeah, he can use domain expansion and use up one of his miracles for the day to instantly hit a jackpot using Hikari's technique in his domain. What else can Yuji do? Oh yeah, he can summon an infinite blood ocean, basically, with his copious amounts of cursed energy he now has, because he, of course, way stronger than he was as a teenager. Meaning, guess what? Deku is instantly poisoned to death by his blood. Because no, there's no resistance to it. It is basically like fucking the deadliest poison alive to anything living. That's how it works. And that's why it's like when that one dude was like grazed on a cheek, he like instantly vomited and like nearly passed out from just like a little droplet of his blood. Like there's that. There's oh yeah, there's a costume seance or like seance like something like that. And in Modulo, and it has no limits to the ability because Gege didn't really care about adding limits to the ability. No limits fallacy, no limits fallacy. Okay, this guy's omnipotent, omniscient, and every other omni. He can do whatever he wants. He's a character. There's multiple characters like that in anime, but but you'll scream no limits fallacy the moment I say he can theoretically just do this. But All right, let's go to like we'll and since he has perfect mastery, meaning perfect mastery, he can use the ability however he wants. He uses costume seance. Pokemon exist. Like people in the manga at least, it's shown that Pokemon exist in verse, not the actual things, but the concept of Pokemon, like the anime, the trading cards, the games, like all of that. That exists in verse. He gets a costume, turns into Arceus, and kills like Deku using Arceus's set of abilities. Costumes and oh, how's he gonna instantly make the costume? Construction. Oh, well, no, this or that or this. Okay. Costume turns into Jesus. Costume turns into God. Costume turns into Odin. Costume turns into Shiva. You see how OP that is? He can basically solo all of anime. Like, ah, yes, this is Kumagawa with the ability all fiction and bookmaker. You know, that's nice. Yuji Itadori instantly uses costume seance, turns into Kumagawa. Two Kumagawas against each other now. Oh yeah, this is Marvel Comics. This is Toa. The one above all. He's pretty powerful. Hey, Toa. Costume seance. Now he's Toa. All of his abilities, all of his innate abilities. It's just Toa against Toa at that point. Like literally. It is the most like Yuji with every curse technique, or just like 10 curse techniques, solos the rest of fiction. Like except for maybe like Cosmic Armor Superman, because he has pre-adaptation. So he can like adapt to everything preemptively before he even faces it. So I don't know, well, maybe not. Maybe not anymore, but the last time I checked in, he had pre-adaptation. But no, it is like I swear I'm going crazy because like the amount of like lies I see in like the power scaler community. Like I was originally talking about Dragon Ball, then I talked about like, you know, um fucking then I talked about Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's just I don't know what else to say. Like if I'm being like really truly honest, like they don't just understand anything. Like, oh yeah, if a universe is infinite, you cannot get to the center of it. Fun fact, the earth is located at the edge of the universe, of universe 6 or 7. I forget which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's like universe 7, right? It's located at the edge of universe 7. Guess what that means? Getting to the center would literally be impossible. One, because infinity doesn't have a center, and two, you're an infinite amount of distance away from the literal center of it. Mind you, Bulma was able to get to the center of it. So that does that mean like Bulma is this transcendent creature? Like, oh my god. And one of the biggest lies, Boo and Broly can destroy a galaxy. Yeah, they can, but they're not galaxy level, they're planet and star level. Because they can one by one destroy every star and planet in a galaxy if they wanted to. By the way, in the Z Broly movie, where does that where does that movie take place? Z Broly movie, the original one, it takes place in East Galaxy, which was supposedly completely obliterated by Broly. It wasn't. Some of it was obliterated, but there was still some of it left after he was done on his rampage. If it was a galaxy level feat, guess what? That wouldn't be the case. They also argue, oh yeah, no, galaxies are way bigger in Dragon Ball than in real life. There's no actual real proof of that. That is a lie that's perpetuated um, by the Dragon Ball fandom and has been perpetuated for years. They're all normal size, and the distances between galaxies is based on like Andromeda and shit like that. Like like for some of this stuff, Toriyama was like inspired by Star Trek. And just so you guys know, because I'm unlike those other fakers who say stuff, right? I have literally to prove I'm a Star Trek fan. I have this thick ass Star Trek book. Like I know what I'm talking about. The distance between every galaxy is about 11 light years. If we like take into account, oh yeah, he's a Star Trek fan, how they got to like the places, because you got to remember, Namek is at the end of another galaxy. in Dragon Ball, and they arrive there pretty quickly. So if there's like, oh, our galaxies are universal in size, that would literally mean they are traveling so fucking fast between each thing. Like it just doesn't make sense. And like you could make a case for like you should people should also stop scaling early Dragon Ball to certain things because early Dragon Ball has been retconned. Like, oh yeah, Roshi destroyed the moon. No, he didn't. He made an illusion. That is the new canon. It was it's just the new canon lore. That was like that Toriyama approved of is that it was literally an illusion that it was destroyed. The moon still exists, basically. And when Piccolo destroyed it with Gohan, he didn't destroy it as well. That's an illusion. They made illusions. That's it. It's just a massive illusion over the moon, basically. That's it. That's why the moon doesn't exist in Dragon Ball. Not because they blew it up. They cast an illusion over it so no Ozarus can pop up. But Vegeta still has that fuck ass power that he has. Um, but yeah, it is a retconning because I'm pretty sure I'm like, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was in GT the planet that Goku landed on? Wasn't that the moon? When he was like looking at Earth and like, oh yeah, that happened. No, I'm pretty sure it is actually blown up in GT, but it's retconned. So not for Super, not for Z, not for early Dragon Ball. You're no longer early Dragon Ball is no longer mood level. There you go. That should fact now. Another thing I want to mention: the King Vegeta casually blowing away a bunch of planets. That's an anime only scene, never in the manga. It was just showing visually how like much of it like threat the Saiyans were. Like genuinely, that isn't canon. Please stop using that non-canon bullshit. Like it is so annoying because one, Saiyans can't breathe in space. They just can't. It's not an ability they have. It's been a plot multiple times that Saiyans can't breathe in space. It's just that's the thing. Please, like, just know that Saiyans can't breathe. Saiyans, fuck. I have a speech impediment. Help, 1 second. Saiyans cannot breathe in space. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Like the Saiyan race cannot breathe in space, so it would literally be the most stupid thing to blow up a planet. And the funny thing is, people bring that up without realizing that like King Vegeta would literally be the dumbest dummy of all time if he did that, because the job of Saiyans is to literally go from planet to planet, conquering it and maybe wiping out all life on it to sell to other people. That's how they made money. They sold planets. Like, duh, God, you guys are dumb. Like, I swear. Like, there's just so many other things that is wrong that I want to debunk. I'm not gonna lie. I might make an entire video explaining all the debunks I have. Also, Yuha versus Goku, you know how that would go? Yuha would look into the infinite future with the Almighty, because yes, it is infinite. He doesn't see a limited amount of timelines. He sees an infinite set of them. He looks into the infinite future. He decides the future, like what's happening is, oh yeah, this you Goku, you don't have the heart virus. Guess what? You now immediately have a stage of the heart virus that immediately kills you. For all the people who believe Yuha cannot beat Goku, literally a win condition that he could do instantly, and he has been shown to use. Like unless Goku has some like Kyoka Suigetsu level of like hypnosis, then no, it's not just gonna happen. Um, what's another thing I want to mention? Oh yeah, Goku isn't immune to all poison. He's very much prone to getting a virus or a poison that'll just kill him. So there's that. He's just not immune to everything. If Goku was dunked in a vat of antimatter, he'd be obliterated. Same as in like, um, if Goku was BFR, like, if like a Shinigami captain or like Aizen were to Garganta him to the Soul Society, he'd instantly be obliterated by the fact physical matter cannot exist within it, no matter how durable you want to be. Like it's basically like throwing him in like antimatter. That's how it's basically. And like a lot of like non Bleach fans don't understand the fact that when Aizen literally deleted that guy out of existence from touching him because of his spiritual pressure, that isn't an anti feat. That's a like legitimate feat because that would mean his spiritual pressure was so like condensed and so vast that he turned from intangible to tangible to things and people, like genuinely. They're like Shinigami and the likes are basically like intangible ghosts. They're basically ghosts, and it's just like all of us talk about. Well, oh yeah, I ascended, I did this or did that. He technically did. He also killed the cleaner. By the way, the cleaner is the literal like governor of time and space and can throw you 300 years into like the past or the future. I mean 3,000 and like and age you to death. Like the like the cleaner, well, is proved to have like that just like vast the power over space and time. It literally governs space and time. It isn't like an actual creature as well. It's like the concept. It's just like it's like it governs concepts basically. And Eisen literally glanced that away. That's why Bleach fans can like argue that oh yeah, he's like above like the fourth dimension or like he's above like this dimension or something. This is why they can argue that because at least they have an actual feat for that. Oh yeah, overtime feats don't mean actual feats. Oh yeah, I can overtime like humanity can overtime destroy Earth. That mean every Tom, Dick, and Harry on Earth is planet level? No. So if Cell can charge up a blast using his by the way his infinite amount of energy. Cell has an infinite amount of energy, like two sets of infinite amount of energy he can tap into to blow away the solar system. That just means that if he charges up long enough, he's able to output some of the infinite amount of energy he has into blowing up a solar system. There you go. Congratulations. He isn't actually solar system level, though he could be if given enough time to charge. You want to be solar system level? One shot is solar system without charge casually. Like, people were arguing whether Rimuru was multiversal. I'm not even gonna go into how like Tensura planets work and like the craziness of like how big a Tensura verse like universe is, but he destroyed like 10K plus like universes, and only then was he like granted multiversal, like the multiversal status, complex multiversal status. And it's like really crazy how like they were just like, oh, he only destroyed 10,000. Like that's like one off from being actually multiversal. Like you don't you know multiversal means multi-universal. You destroy multiple universes or affect multiple universes with an attack. Destructive capacity is not AP, and no overtime fee is gonna like. So I'm pretty sure I didn't fully explain this, but in Battle of Gods, the shockwaves Goku and Beerus were creating were going to eventually destroy the universe that isn't universal. Because the shockwaves were one, getting stronger over time, and two, they weren't even in space; they were in the atmosphere. So like Goku could breathe the upper atmosphere or the stratosphere, whatever it's called. I'm forgetting like basic science stuff after not being in school for a while. I think I'm also getting a little sick. So, but no, that's basically my rant done. I'm gonna stay awake though. It's getting light outside. I think I'm just gonna like after this. I will lay down. I'm gonna watch power scaling videos. Get mad at how stupid power scalers are, and take a shower, get dressed, come back, and like record a video with the boys. Maybe some of the girls involved too, because there are girls over there, and we just don't bring them on. It's a boys' club. Anyways, yeah, sorry. Thank you for listening to my rant. I'm annoyed that Google is so shitty with how they protect passwords and a few other things. Like they're just like crap. They don't protect shit. And like two-step authentication does not work. Don't believe them. Like just get like a very strong password. Don't share it with anybody. Never like save a password anywhere. Like only basically if like a place requires you to have an account to use it, it's like not necessary for like your life, then just don't ever get like make an account for that, I guess. Like it but yeah, see ya. I got I mean do I really want to end? Yeah, I do. I want to do like watch YouTube videos and shit.